Okay, so this is basically if you need help finding out what the normal peak values are, I'm going to help show you. So we know that 80% to 100% is going to be normal. Then we have the 50% to 80% is going to be the yellow zone or the caution zone. And then anything that is less than 50% is going to be your medical alert zone. So I'm going to say that's going to be, if anything, just to make it a little simpler, why don't we go ahead and say that that's anywhere from 0 to 50%. Okay, so for Melissa, the average peak flow is 267. So I'm going to show you how to do average peak flow, finding out what 80% of 267 is. But I'm not going to use the number 267 because I do want you to try it out. So I'm going to go ahead and use the number. Let's pretend it was 390. Okay, so you still do have to do the math for Melissa's 267, but I'm going to show you how to do that math using the number 390. So 100% of 390 would just be like taking 390 times 1, which is 390. So I know that 390 is going to be the 100% value. So now I need to figure out what that 80% value is going to be. So to do that, I'm going to do 390 times 0.8. Now, I don't need you to show your work for a decimal multiplication. I'm not too interested to know that you know how to do multiplication. So I'm going to type that into my calculator as 390 times 0.8. And it comes out as 312. So 80% of 390 is 312. Okay. So now let's go ahead and do the next one. So now I'm going to look for, oh wait, I already know what 80% of 390 is. It's still 312. 50% of 390 now, I'm going to have to do the math for that. So 390 times 0.5 for 50%. So the reason why, in case you're wondering why I'm doing like 0.8, 0.5, it's because to take a, let's see, might be better work this way. To take 50% and turn it into a decimal, all I have to do is move the decimal place over 2 times, which would mean my decimal would be 0.5. So I'm going to do again 390 times 0.5. So 390 times 0.5 is 195. So 195 to 312 is going to be the caution zone for someone whose max peak is 390. And then, of course, we want to figure out what the red zone is, so 0 to 50%. So again, I already know what the 50% is because I just calculated it right here, so I know it's 195. 0%, 0 times anything is going to be 0, so 0 to 195 is going to be the red zone for this person. Okay, so let's say if I had a graph then, where this was 0, and this was their 400, their peak is 397, and if they had values that were like all over the place like this, what I would do then is find where that 80% is, the 312, and this whole section of the graph would be colored green. Anytime that they were in the 312 to 195 range, that section of the graph would be yellow. And this person happens not to be anywhere between the 195 to 0 range, but that section of the graph would be colored red. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out for how to figure out Melissa's average peak flow. Let me know if you have any questions about how to color in the Google Doc. If you need help with the Google Doc coloring in. All right, I'll see you soon.